All right, guys, welcome back to the Lost in the Cost podcast. This is what episode is this? 13, 14, one or the
13, I
other?
think.
13. My name is AJ, aka A Dots Hobby Spot on Instagram. You got my buddy there.
Scott, Pack Papa, and unconfirmed on YouTube. Pack
And,
Papa still.
and we got our first guest here, and I'll let you introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Haley. I have the account Slab Mania on TikTok and Instagram, and now YouTube.
Ooh, YouTube. That's
I did
Yeah,
see
just
that
started
post.
YouTube. Yeah,
and
I'm still
that's
learning the ropes around it though, so I'm not very educated on the YouTube part, but TikTok and Instagram, I think I sort of got a handle on it.
yeah. You know what? It's crazy because it's like when I
I'm moving
upload
it.
stuff on TikTok and Instagram, it's like easier to get more views, and then YouTube is
Right,
such a struggle bus. Like
right.
I'm like,
Agreed,
oh my
agreed.
gosh, like how come this not getting views? And then you put it like it's all timing
Right.
and like I don't know if it's the hashtags as well, but yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. YouTube's a
The
different
tagging
beast.
after the fact is actually pretty effective on YouTube that I noticed. But all I ever did was like record a Instagram live and then just throw the raw footage right up on YouTube. That's
Oh, okay.
all I
Yeah,
ever did. And then the tags would make sense in
yeah.
the end.
All right,
But
so we got our guest Haley here, Slab Mania. We just wanna let's pick her brain a little bit. First off,
Yeah.
I want to know your story. How long have you been collecting? What got you into it, and what do you enjoy collecting?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be 29 this summer.
Ooh,
So I've been collecting pretty much for the past 20 years. I really started when I was like 8 years old. And basically, yeah, I just kind of grew up on sports. My dad was really big into sports and he just kind of carried that over to me and my siblings. Um and I just found a love for collecting sports cards. And when I was younger, my dad took me to our local card shop, and there was a guy in there that was just like ripping some packs with the owner. And randomly, he just hands me all his like base cards to like some little random kid he's never met before. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And that like little experience pretty much just sparked my collecting. And I've just been doing it for the past 20 years. And over the years, I've like lost interest in it, or I'll come back to it, or I'll be really into it and then stop doing it for a couple months. But yeah, recently I honestly don't know what sparked it. I just really got back into it probably the past, I don't know, maybe like month or two.
nice. That's pretty cool. Is
because
like,
you said during COVID you had some pickups like that Kelsey auto that you
Yeah,
slab.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I randomly went onto eBay one day and I love Travis Kelsey because he's from Ohio. I'm from Ohio. He's from around the Cleveland area where I'm at. Um, so I randomly was like, I kind of really, oh, yo, that's a sick shirt. Um, so yeah, the one day I randomly, sorry, my AirPods are like really fighting with me right now.
oh, got it.
Um, but yeah, the one day I was like, I just want to get a random Travis Kelsey auto. So I was just scrolling on eBay and I wasn't looking to spend like much money. And then I randomly saw it was a 2013 select rookie auto of him ungraded
Nice.
for like 62 bucks. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna pick that up. Like, why not? And that was before like the Swifty effect, before he like
Hmm.
really got big. I mean, he was obviously always an incredible football player from the beginning, but um yeah, when he really got popular, I'm sure today that card wouldn't be $62 for raw. But so I picked it up, and I was shocked that I got it for $62. And I was nervous about getting it raw because I was like, there's probably going to be some surface scratches with a lot of like prism cards that you get raw, or chrome cards. And when I got it, I was looking it over and I was like, this kind of looks clean. Like, I might submit this to PSA. So I was kind of looking over the card and I was like, I'm going to submit this to PSA, send it out. Came back after a couple months and it came back a PSA 10. And I was like, this
Ooh,
is insane. So yeah, that was probably the best, like, little investment I ever made for sports cards.
Do you sell a lot?
No, I want to get into selling because I'm really into like content creation and collecting and like the love for the hobby, but I really want to start branching off into more like investing and like selling and
Hmm.
buying. And like it would be a dream to be able to do that full time. But
Oh man, I think
Yeah.
that's the dream for
Okay,
all of
well,
us.
like
Yeah.
already a sidebar, like what do you think of like the old head Jeff Wilson, uh Golden type, like the guys that seem to be
Oh,
driving how
the
it's going?
is he from the sports card or
Yeah,
investor or
sports. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
collector? Yeah. So I'm gonna be honest, I really don't know much about him. I've been listening to a couple of his podcasts and just like his random YouTube videos, but I'm
Hmm.
really not educated enough on investing yet or really involved in it yet to, I guess, have an opinion on it. But
Yeah. I
yeah, I
just
don't know.
mean they talk all the time and tell everyone how to maybe think or feel about something, but
Okay.
they've been doing it so long, and I think they're like working with, let's say, fanatics
Okay.
to try to push that. Oh, Panini's not doing a good job. Tops is everything. We should really get them in.
Oh,
So
okay.
like the more I see this Jeff Wilson stuff and his shop, which seems to be flooding my algorithm more and more,
Same. Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my goodness, this
Because like
guy
Cards
needs to
HQ or
just
whatever it is.
be
Yeah,
quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, oh, you have a store and you want people to shop at your store. So
Right.
now it's twisted. You're not in the same space as everyone else anymore. You
Right. Right.
want our
Right.
money. So
yeah,
like
yeah.
don't tell me. Yeah.
Buy this, buy that.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's funny because it's like you're talking about trying to get into the investing side of card collecting because initially I was at your point where I was like, this stuff's sweet. Like I want to make a YouTube channel, make an Instagram channel,
Yeah.
etc., etc. Start doing it, and yeah, it's like it's a lot of work.
Oh, I
I
can see it
mean,
being a lot of work. Yeah.
yeah, and to be honest, like like females in the hobby get a lot more love than the guys in the hobby, but that's I think that's with like everything. But yeah, I think when I first met Scott, that's when I started getting into more of the investing side of the hobby because he started talking to me
I'm not
about
even a money guy, but like you like it because money is involved.
yeah
Right. Right.
It's like half the
Exactly.
reason you're like, this is sick. I got it. Like I pulled this today, like a Hertz downtown,
Oh, heck yeah.
but I'm like, okay, bye. It's gotta go.
Exactly. Right. Listen, I'm
So it's
struggling
like,
with these
okay,
AirPods.
no worries, no worries.
yeah,
Sorry.
I I don't know, but the Hertz downtown thing is weird. I'm like looking at it, I'm like I grade it or I just get it gone.
Yeah, and
But we
it's
also
crazy
talk
how
in such different values because you got that auto for the Kelsey auto was 60 USD. So like it's
yeah,
85, 90 Canadian. Plus, if we go on eBay and buy something, it's most likely $22 shipping on
Shipping.
top.
right. I've noticed that before on like cards that I've seen where like the sellers from Canada and yeah, like the shipping is crazy.
It's you can set your shipping note. That's the thing. I will
Oh,
set my American shipping to 420,
okay.
or if I'm tracking it, like if I know the card's going to hit a value that it should be tracked, like if
Right.
I'm feeling nice, I'll be like, okay, 650,
Right,
split
right.
it. But if it's like something like $1,000 or something like that, I'm like, no, it's full price,
Right.
1385 Canadian, which is only like it's 10-ish dollars. But then that Wemby silver from last week's adventure,
Yeah.
it had to go to authentication to go down south. So that guy had to pay
That's
like
crazy.
I put like 20 bucks Canadian as the shipping,
Uh-huh.
but
Yeah.
eBay hit him with all those fees that we get hit with when we
Yeah.
Oh,
buy from
okay.
down south
Yeah.
to bring it to him. I'm
Oh,
like,
crazy.
oh,
I don't.
this doesn't work because you need to find like your market. So then, like, you are lucky just because of your location. So you have easier shipping, all
Mm,
that, and maybe more card shows. But if we want to bring football cards up here, which we like to
Yeah.
have, it's just so much extra money. And
yeah.
then at a
Which is
show,
wild. Yeah.
someone will still look up like, oh, the comps are $20. I'm like, buddy, I spent 35 to get it here.
Exactly.
I was like, well,
Right.
that's too bad. So like, it's
Yeah, that's
terrible.
wild. The
Yeah.
prices, like just the shipping and basically just
It's
to
not
send the
really
card.
fair.
No,
but
it's not. Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
And I think that's one of the things I struggled with the most when I was trying to do breaking stuff on Whatnot, and it was the shipping because people like American customers would come into my live stream and they're like, "Oh, like you're from Canada, it sucks," and it's like because they get charged like
Oh,
10, like over $12, $13 for shipping, but Canadians that go into Whatnot and buy from American shippers or whatever, it's like
yeah,
$20. I'm pretty sure 20 some odd
that's
bucks.
insane.
It doesn't stop them though.
Oh no,
People are
people,
full, like sucked
Yeah,
into that thing
and that's
so bad.
USD, right? So it's like
Yeah.
Canada's like market's so whatever, like
yeah,
dollar's so weak compared to the American dollar. So it's hard. It's hard.
yeah.
It's all fun, but it's like terrible. It's like the
Right,
worst way
right.
to have fun.
Yeah. So you were talking about like shows, Scott. Have you been to a lot of card shows over in your area in Ohio?
No. So I've actually only ever been to one card show, and it was like a random small card show inside like my local mall when
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
probably like 12 years old.
Mhm.
But Nationals is coming to
I was
Cleveland
gonna
this
say,
year,
yeah,
which
that's coming.
yeah, so I'm really excited for that. So I'm definitely planning on going for a couple days there, and that'll be my first like actual
Big.
experience at a card show.
That's gonna be
Oh,
even more intense than like your
Oh, I
local
believe it.
card
Yeah.
show.
I'm a little nervous. I'm a little intimidated, but I'm
When
excited.
is it?
It is July. I think it's the end of July. It's like July 24th. Or no, I think it starts on July 24th, which is a Wednesday, and I believe it goes to the Sunday, which is the 28th.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
gonna
so
be
it's
some good
decent amount of days.
content right there for you.
Right, that's
Wait,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
you talked about it before, and I was like, oh, it's not the one to go to because I'm thinking about like actually being able to buy cards versus be
Right.
like, holy, Beckett's here. Oh my goodness, that's
Right,
over there.
right.
Like, do I want to buy that? Because everything's going to be inflated-ish. You know what I mean? And like
Right.
the
Yeah,
little vendors aren't going to be there to make a decent deal. They're like, no, we have to move it at full price. This
exactly.
table was way too much money.
Yeah. And then I saw this random video that popped up on my TikTok. Um, it was like some guy just going to like some big card shows, like the Dallas card show, I think, like which is another big one.
Mhm.
And he was saying like the key is to go sort of like the last day or to like the
I
second to last
yeah,
day,
I heard that
because that's
too.
when sellers get desperate to like sell all their
Mhm.
stuff.
Yeah.
And I was
My
like, that's kind of
favorite,
genius though.
so like we get the one bigger show here, like the expo, the sports card expo,
Okay.
and it's not it's big enough, but like I like the Friday early.
Okay.
I don't know what it is. I just go in there and just like try to sell something. I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm good. I'm good. But Saturday is hell
Oh, I
because
believe it.
people like everybody's there and there's no flexibility. Everyone's grumpy. Like
Oh,
Friday,
I can
everyone's
see
like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's show weekend. Saturday sucks. And then Sunday, the mood is better because they either like killed it on Saturday
Yeah.
or they really need to do something on Sunday. So,
Right. Yeah,
but
which is just that whole like concept is crazy.
yeah, but like thinking about like, oh, we have to go to a show for 3 days. Like I've done it
Yeah.
and I'll do it again. But it can be pretty meh.
Yeah. And no, I
Saying
can
that
definitely
though,
see
I
that.
still
Yeah.
want to go to the Arizona State show. That's like my goal for some reason. That's the one I keep pumping and
Is that like
saying
a
like,
big
yeah,
show or
yeah, it's like 3 days. I think about it because it's cheap to fly to Phoenix and
Yeah, we
then
got direct flights.
NFL game, maybe a hockey
true?
game, same
Yeah,
weekend.
true.
So it's can be a whole
Definitely could be worth it. Yeah.
thing.
Oh, for sure.
But everyone talks about the Dallas one is like low key decent.
Yeah, I always see content about the Dallas card show and at first I thought that was like a national like the national card show, but then I'm like, oh, I think it's just local, like Dallas like every year or
Yeah.
something does it.
Mhm. I think is it quarterly? Some
Oh
of
yeah,
these things are way more
yeah.
common than I think they are.
I thought you just had a Dallas card show.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I
coming
mean.
again.
No.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
something in Florida.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. There's a lot of things. I mean, especially if you go to any state, any whatever, any part of the country, you're gonna find a show. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's cool.
Like going on holidays, and I'm like, I'm going to this card store. Going to this card store.
Yeah. Is
When
there
we're
like a big have you noticed like in Canada, is there much popularity to collecting sports cards as it is like in the US?
it's all hockey.
Oh,
Hockey
okay, that makes
is
sense. Yeah,
nuts.
that makes sense.
Like when you look at a hockey card and you're like, well, why is that worth money? Some guy in Quebec probably wants that thing.
Yeah, or like the Connor Bedard cards that people have been going
Mhm.
after.
I was gonna say, I'm all
So
like, did you
yeah, how
guys?
much hockey do you even look at?
Zero. Absolutely zero. I know nothing about hockey. I've been to a couple like Blue Jackets games, but
Mhm.
I couldn't even tell you one player on the Blue Jackets.
You just
Like
got
I
Johnny
don't know
Gaudreau last year,
anything.
I think,
I
from
mean,
Calgary.
yeah, I think
You
Johnny Gaudreau is the only one I know.
Yeah, the Johnny Hockey.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
But
nothing about hockey.
perfect. We try to not talk about hockey, but we have to because we live,
For
and
your
I will
roots.
rip hockey. What do I
yo,
have one
man,
hockey card.
hockey hurts so much, and I'm pretty sure I've ripped hockey like the past 2 or 3
We
pods,
we
and I'm
keep
just like,
ripping it and we keep looking at it, but it's like so
oh yeah, we
devastating.
talk about how bad it is, but yeah.
Yeah.
Are you
So,
ripping it
Like
for the fun or just to like get a good card and
well,
then sell
there's
it?
both.
me
It's
and we were
it's
chasing
everything.
Connor Bedard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like I can't stop ripping. I just have to.
Yeah.
I like really cut down. But like today I was like, okay, I'm gonna go find NBA Prism a blaster, hopefully.
Yeah.
Couldn't find it.
No, I
Only
can't
went
even
to
find
one.
them here. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
so I think they're
Yeah.
gone.
I've like random days when I'm like, oh, like maybe I'll just go get like a little blaster box or like a pack or something. I'll go to
Mhm.
like Target, Walmart, or just like even I found out like I don't know. Do you guys know what Barnes and Nobles is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so yeah, they.
chapters here
Oh, okay, yeah.
or
So I saw the
indigo.
one day they sold sports cards there, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's weird. I've never seen that. But yeah, like all these places I'll try to go to, zero. They're all sold out. There's even boxes open that people like stole the cards out of, and it's just like damaged product everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah. What the one thing I didn't like, I was in California, was it last month or the
yeah.
month before?
I'm pretty sure it was
Okay.
last month.
But a Prism Blaster NFL 2023 is the same price here in Canadian dollars. So when
Really?
I go to a store and see a blaster for 55 US, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
it because I'm
Yeah.
at
The
home
prices are
here
crazy.
looking at it
Right.
like, this seems okay. But
So
I
are
look
Right.
the
and I'm like,
Right.
this is devastating.
so where you're at, are the prices that inflated? Because he went to a hobby shop, and hobby shops probably grab it from wherever, and then they jack up
Right.
the price. So
Right.
is the shops around you? Do you go to a hobby shop and they have inflated prices, or
So
is it like Target?
typically, so the one hobby shop that I go to, which is local in my city, it's like the only one around me.
Yeah.
Um, I did notice like back when people were buying the Prism, chasing like the Luca and the tray, I was able to like pick a couple of boxes up for I think it was like what was retail like 200 something
Okay.
like at the
Are you
time.
talking about like a hobby or
Yeah,
fast
yeah.
break or
Wow, that's
Just
so
like the
cheap.
standard,
Hobby
whatever like the
box.
standard just like hobby box was, whatever at time it dropped. But then like as soon as word got out that like all these people were chasing the Lucas, the trays, the color variations, the
Yeah.
guy at the card shop just jacked up the price on
Ooh,
all like that product
yeah.
because just demand of it
see,
and
like even the price that you said, like that's pre-COVID, so
exactly,
it's
Hmm.
yeah,
really low. It's like,
exactly.
wow, okay, like we're confused how cheap it is because now that thing is
Right,
like a
which is
thousand
crazy.
dollars.
Exactly, yeah. And I kind of wish now that I would have kept those boxes sealed and
Oh,
sold it for
right.
a profit. But also at the same time, like I'm a card collector at heart, so I'm like I get excited opening stuff. So it's like I just opened it.
Yeah. And that's another question I had. because on your Instagram, you're doing a lot of like mail days. You're opening up all the
Yeah.
mail stuff. That's cool. I mean, I love that stuff, and that's it's kind of like you found a niche that you kind of went with. I'm like, that's pretty sweet. Like she's doing her
Yeah.
thing. So I was gonna say, I'm like, do you rip cards? Because I'm like, I get all the stories, but I'm like, what do you rip? What, how much on average? How much do
Weekly.
you rip?
So, actually very, very, very little.
Oh, that's
Like
good. That's good.
I maybe in all the years I've been collecting sports cards, I could probably count on one hand how many like hobby boxes I've ever bought and just ripped myself like just for fun.
Yeah.
But so I pretty much just buy slab cards, or
Nice.
if I see like a good raw card that I think would grade well, I'll pick it up. But I'm not really like, yeah, I'm not really into rips. Like I don't
Mm.
really do them
She's
because
not a
I'm thinking
gambler.
like, yeah, my
She's
luck,
not a
I never
gambler.
pull anything big. So I'm
Yep.
like, I'm gonna blow all this money and get probably like shit cards, and then I think like I could have just spent all that money on like one card I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Already figured it out.
Yeah.
Like today, like I was like, okay, Prism Blaster is what I found, football.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I still wanted to chase a Wemby. I grabbed one fat pack of Donruss, and I grabbed one fat pack of Donruss football. And that's where the
Okay.
Hertz downtown came from.
Nice.
And then I got this rated rookie out of 50
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool.
from the NBA one.
What the hell?
And then the blaster was just Zay Flowers and A Chain.
That's not.
But I'm
Those
like,
aren't bad rookies to get though.
no, see, like this is a funny thing because everybody's like, "Whoa, how do you do it? How do
Yeah.
you do it?" It is kind of disgusting, this stuff that happens because I'm like, legit, blaster, a single fat pack of each, and that's what I came
That's
out with.
insane. That is
And
awesome.
then
Yeah.
the week before, we're talking about this friggin' Wemby silver that I had
Oh,
because I hit it off 1 mega.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then the week before that would have been something else. Like I don't know what's going on, and sure, I'm getting blessed, but I don't know. Like maybe I'm supposed to be doing something different with what is happening, but like okay, we'll just let it. That's why I think the Hertz is just gonna get sold, not gonna
Yeah.
move it into a. I've been moving cards from like clumps into
Okay.
singles,
Gotcha.
so
no.
I have very little now.
Yeah.
Very little.
But that's cool. I mean, like, yeah, it's the you got it all figured out. My wife kind of got on my case, and she's just like, you need to stop ripping cards, and I'm like, all right, fine. So she's like, she's been telling me from the beginning, why don't you
Yeah.
just buy the card that you want? And I'm like,
That's what I keep telling myself.
I don't know. I don't know why.
Buying the card you want is great. It's just you gotta rip a little bit.
Yeah, it's
That's
fun.
all.
It is fun to rip. It's fun.
Yeah,
I love single packs from Hobby.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing.
Oh,
But
single packs. Yeah,
that
you like doing that.
you can just I love packs. That's why the name's Pack Papa, not Box Ripper 64 420. I just like packs. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is. That seems to be where everything is. If I go buy a hobby of anything, it's trash. Even a blaster, I don't want to do that. Just give me a
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah.
But
See, I wish I had luck like that.
you just
too,
gotta
too dangerous
go
for
to
me
your
to do that.
hobby store and buy a pack. But
Yeah, I
don't
think I'm
bring
gonna have to do that now. I think you
just
convinced
one.
me.
You can. That's
There's
content.
I
That's
think you
other
convinced
content.
products.
me to try
Everything's
There's
now.
content.
also like the type of products
Exactly.
I find will hit better than others. So like
If I
if you can get a pack from Hobby, sure it costs more money, but at least it could be an auto. If it's
right.
Prism, there's at least a numbered card in each pack. Well, Blaster's not gonna
That's
do
true.
that.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like who cares?
Yeah.
If you're looking like he knows that I love a Prism Fat Pack for football because there's a silver per. Like that's what you're really looking for. So who
Mhm.
Right.
cares about everything else?
Right.
But like if it's like hobby, last week, oh my goodness, I bought 2 packs of NBA Prism hobby. No
Nothing.
good.
Nothing.
Oh, I got that Chris. No, who is it?
Well, you got
Chris Paul White.
yeah, but then that thing's like $2.
Yeah, I don't know where to put it. It's probably
Yeah, it's probably
I gave it
in, like,
away.
So that says a lot that you don't even know where you put it.
You
Well,
gave
see,
it away to
the
the
thing
kid at the
is-
hobby shop, and now they're gonna
Oh,
make.
I do that.
Yeah,
I
see,
missed to give stuff
You're-
away because I just can't look at it. This
You're-
is the giveaway box right now. It's all loaded up. Maybe that crystal's in here. It might already be gone.
well, you're gonna
like-
inspire some little kid, and they're gonna end up like Haley.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You never know what.
Yeah.
Well, you
can
never
get
know.
inspired.
You never
This
know,
stuff
man.
was weird. The Fanatics box. That was a bad choice too. Oh, look at this.
Jeez.
Touch silver.
Oh, that's
Oh,
your
look
boy.
at that.
It's actually was nice, but it's just I don't know, like, what am I supposed to do with all this? Again,
Right.
that's
Yeah, give it
that's the
away.
biggest problem, the bulk.
Is that what you do with all your base cards too? Because like I never know what to do with all my
Oh,
base cards.
the base cards go in the garbage.
Okay. Or used for like packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even do that. It adds to the weight.
Yeah.
Like there's a Jameer Gibbs green in here.
Oh, nice.
Can't deal with it though. It's like it's gone. There's numbered cards in here and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it gets too tough. But like this is 2 weeks of ripping, but this is my bulk, so like that's not that bad.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, I need
And
to,
I
I need
added
to
two
get rid of all
today,
my
so.
stuff. I need to get rid of all my what's it called? Base stuff.
The
'cause
other
it's-
thing I like is that if you are ripping and you just have to have an excuse to just keep ripping, you're building the base set. Just build
True.
the set.
That's very, very true. Very true.
And then if you're done the base set, just you can stop yourself. But
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, here's
can-
another question. I know you like sports, but do you do anything other than sports cards? Pokemon.
Like content wise or
No,
just
no, like ripping,
Oh,
like
like
opening
collecting,
or
yeah.
collecting.
So when I was a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh was like my thing. Like
Oh.
I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh, loved it.
Yeah,
I watched like every single show when it came on. And then after Yu-Gi-Oh, I kind of sort of got into Pokemon, more so just like collecting, not really like playing the game.
Yeah.
And like I recently found all my old like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards, and it
Oh.
low-key kind of like sparked my like childhood nostalgia. So then
go.
wait,
there we go.
is it first edition?
No, I'm not like that.
Yeah,
No.
no, I loved Yu-Gi-Oh. And then randomly, like a couple months ago, I just for the heck of it, I randomly bought some Pokemon cards because I've been seeing like content on, I don't know if you guys have seen that guy that he usually wears like the GoPro right here and does like point of view videos, but he sells like bulk Pokemon or just records like his meetup and his trades that he does.
Oh, okay.
I forgot his name.
There's a few. I've seen a lot of like.
Yeah. And so like I started watching some of his videos and I was like, I'm gonna go buy some Pokemon cards.
Did you hit anything or
No, absolutely crap. Didn't hit anything. And I'm like, the money I just spent on this could have went towards my sports cards.
Yeah.
But I was like, it was fun because it brought back memories. And then I was like, okay, that was a fun little stint. I'm done with that.
So the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon stuff that you do have, any first edition?
So I was looking the other day and none that it was more of like limited edition ones, not really
Okay,
any
yeah, yeah.
first editions. Like,
Yeah.
and then I was looking at them. I was like, I wish when I was younger, I knew to protect my cards.
Oh,
I knew to
right.
take care of them because I'm like, some of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards that I have, I'm sure if they were in better condition, could have been worth something. But yeah, all like my Yu-Gi-Oh cards are just like creases. The corners are terrible.
Yeah.
And dang, I wish
Slab
I
'em
would have
up.
known.
Slab them up?
Exactly. Right.
They sometimes because it's your card that you've had, then you just wanted to make sure it's like finally you know how nice a slab is to have. So
Yeah.
you know it's like, okay, here it is, it's encased, blah blah blah. Forever, it doesn't matter anymore, but this is my story, this is my card.
That is a good idea. That's a really good idea.
And then you don't have to be like, oh, someone's like, oh, it's fake. It's like, no, it's a
Right.
PSA2, relax.
Right. Like I just
Or
played really
authenticated, whatever.
like
If you wanted super nostalgia for Yu-Gi-Oh, the quarter century set should open that.
oh, is that
yeah,
like a reamped like version of like
Yeah,
the old cards?
it's like all the old stuff. So you'll get like, I think there's like 8 of cards you'll get in the promo box. It's
Okay.
probably only like $20 to
Oh,
buy
that's
this
not bad.
box.
Yeah.
And you'll get 1/4 century rare. You know, I have it. I kept one because I'm a weirdo. Like the only Yu-Gi-Oh cards I have. So the 1/4 century rare, it
Oh, okay.
reflects, it has a 25 that shows up here. And then it will have like, this is the regular version of it. So you get
Okay.
8 and 1/4 century rare. But every set will have a Blue Eyes and a Blesk or whatever,
Oh,
and
okay.
all this
Yeah.
other like regular artwork.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my goodness. And then you get like 4 random packs, but they'll all say like,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
what do they say on them?
The 25th.
They say limited edition.
Oh, then you just gotta save them
But
for another
the
25
chases were
years.
always the
Yeah.
1/4 century. So it's really like I didn't do anything. It made me watch Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
But I don't know why. Like, why am I ripping it? Just can't
Right.
not.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
there's a new thing. I better go open that up. There's
Exactly.
science. There's science.
Science.
It's like
All for
every new
science.
product,
for
I'm
science.
opening it. Just you never know.
Exactly. You
You
never
never
know.
know.
Like if
Ah,
you saw that pack and didn't get it, that very well could be the best pack and you would have never known.
Mhm.
you're right.
See, yeah,
That's why I did all that stuff. So I like a couple
the
weeks ago.
research.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did research. I was doing research. I bought a whole bunch of like Prism from the States. And then
Okay.
my family brought it up here when they came to visit. And it's just like sitting in my office. I'm like, "God, what am I doing here? I'm just gonna rip this stuff."
Yeah.
Legit, like CJ Stroud silver Prism. CJ Stroud like
Dang.
patch. CJ Stroud
Yeah, he did good.
orange disco. And I'm
Holy
all like,
crap.
okay, I made my
Like
money
how?
back.
It's
Yeah.
been sitting there forever.
yeah,
But this is like
You
And
the
it didn't come
absolutely
out in
got your
any
money
of the
back.
breaks that you did.
Oh my gosh, I
No,
feel
the
so
breaks
bad.
at all.
I did
So
the breaks
sad.
and all these people like that are in my breaks. Like we have like a group chat and I like show these pictures and it's
Yeah.
just like, where were these during the breaks? I'm all like, I don't know. But like, it's funny because these were the products that I bought initially when Prism was first released.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, do they like fill these packs up like in the beginning, load them up in the beginning?
Right.
And then people
You
go
never
like, oh
know.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, see, and
No,
that's the
we
thing.
think this. So we saw it on Reddit before, front loading their release. Because when Don Russ came out and the fat packs floated out, like the first wave of fat packs, 3 downtowns.
Oh yeah, yeah,
3 or 4, because
I hit
That's
two.
you had one.
Wow.
Those other ones, like that we dealt with, whatever, they're gone. Yeah. But after that, like seeing restocks of it until today, and that was random. I bought it thinking, like, man, maybe I'll hit a base CJ
Right.
Stroud rated rookie.
Right.
And then, like, oh, Frank, there's Jalen Hurts downtown in here. All right. The only reason I thought, I'll get this fat pack is because the CJ Stroud rated rookie that I just sold went for $20 Canadian.
The base.
And it was at auction.
Oh,
The
that's awesome.
base.
Wow.
They paid for it
Should
right
sell.
Yeah.
away. I was like, all right,
Wow.
insane.
Yeah.
Like, good for me. I'm like thinking this is like a $10 card US if you're lucky,
Yeah.
because it's just a piece of paper. But no, someone
Oh, they want it.
someone wanted that thing.
All
A
right,
long auction.
I have another question. I guess it's like a two. First off, do you have a significant other? And second, do they support the hobby?
No.
Okay,
And
okay.
if I did, they would have to support.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
It
like,
is
what'd you say?
interesting how much, like, I sometimes talk, like, oh, AJ, is she okay with this?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh, is she okay with you rip them? I'm like,
Was that I am like the most laid back person, like anything like goes. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
When I
That's
was
cool.
laughing in the email when it was like, we're not gonna, would you say you were like, we're not gonna, or what did
I
you say?
said
We're
it's
not gonna
pretty.
like troll you or whatever, or not troll, but
I say we're
grill
not
you,
going to
not
drill
gonna
you
grill
too
you.
much.
Yeah. I was laughing at myself when I read that.
Like, no, it's not supposed to be like that. It's just, okay, there's a new voice in this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. No, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, I think you're doing good things, and
Appreciate it. Thank
it's
you.
pretty sweet. Like, yeah, you showed me your Instagram. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Just keep on scrolling. I'm like, okay, I like that. That CJ Stroud blue, the what's it called? The blue.
Oh, the blue scope.
Oh, blue scope.
Yeah, or
So
it's like the
nice.
Optic Premiere blue scope. I
Yeah.
don't know what the Optic Premiere means, to be completely honest.
The
I just
preview.
or preview. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just like always just refer to it as like the blue scope. Like,
Preview is way shorter print, but for whatever reason, no one will
oh,
care because it's
okay.
in Donruss. It's
Oh,
not the
okay, that
optic
makes sense.
set. So
Okay.
that when the optic one will come out, there will be a blue scope, but the picture will be different.
Oh,
But for some reason, that one will be like maybe more money, even
right.
though your pop on yours will probably be topped out where it is.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah.
It's a pretty sweet card. I started
It,
looking
it's
after
it's
I
so
saw it.
weird how like different colors and stuff are more sought after. Like you see
Oh, I know. Yeah.
the green. What the hell was that? Roshan Johnson out of
Oh,
five.
like a lime
Green.
green. It's like a
It
lime
was a
green
it was
or
a lime
green.
green prism that I got in one of his breaks.
It's a disco. No
Sounds
huddle.
terrible. Like, oh yeah, you're the guy you do a podcast with. Let's
Really?
get in the card. But
Do people ever say that to
the
you guys?
no, I
Oh,
still have
okay.
to pay money. It's
Yeah,
not like that. We
exactly.
know
Yeah.
what these packs. If we knew it was in the packs, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
but the gold vinyl out of five was like $300.
And you're
But the
green.
green out of five prism,
Which,
I
yeah,
sold it for
that's
like
so insane.
$100 Canadian.
Yeah, you can. It's the
I
color.
try like I shopped it.
Yeah.
I checked. I know what I'm like comparing it, this and that. I'm
Right.
like, okay, so we should be around here. No, people
Yeah,
are
it's crazy like
nope.
how different like I love getting cards that are like jersey match colors
Yeah.
because I just love the way it looks. So I like collecting those ones. But like you were saying, it's crazy that just the color of the card or like the variation can affect the price, even though it's literally the same card, just a different color.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Like people want gold.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
golds outsell. They want the 101.
yeah. Or like
And
Yeah.
the black
The
one of
black
one
fine.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
that throw gold on it, it's fine. Like the Monopoly gold shimmer out of 500
yeah.
does better than something that's lower numbered because it's
Right. Which
friggin'
is
gold.
that's
Well,
just
that was the
crazy.
thing. It's like
Exactly.
I sold my gold shimmer because I'm all like, it's out of 500, but little did I know.
Yeah, right.
Who did you have?
Pretty sure I had Tyrese Maxey, and that guy's like
Oh,
tearing up this
No,
season.
I'm not bothered by that.
No, he's
did you
Oh
sell
good.
it like
God.
early on?
I
Yeah.
sold it before the season,
Oh, okay, okay.
so I was just like, oh,
Do
Well,
you
look
still
it
make
up.
profit on it
What's it
though?
worth now?
I don't
How
know.
heartbroken do you want to be?
I don't even want to check. I don't even want to check. It's not a rookie card. It's just the first like Monopoly, which I thought was gonna do well
Oh,
because
okay. Yeah.
it's Monopoly, and I'm all like, yeah, Monopoly's cool. It's gonna be short print, but like
I
little
feel
did we
like I had
know.
a better time ripping Monopoly. It felt cooler, but maybe just because it's less packs or something. I don't know. Nothing cool actually happened with that.
With Monopoly,
Yeah.
oh, you got like a LeBron, right? LeBron's okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
I put that away. It was
He just
color
puts it
matched.
everywhere.
Purple. Purple with the purple wave.
Oh, I
So
bet
Like
like
that
the
looks
that's
sick.
and
nice.
then I
Yeah,
have like the
that's nice.
dollar store yellow flood of LeBron as well. Probably not near me. I brought things out just in case we have to
Just in case to
show and tell.
show and tell.
Just in case.
I got Pokemon in here, got cards that are ready to grade, you know. Well, my
Do you
only
get
investment?
do
Did
you
you
get
listen to the
graded
pod at
often?
all before being on the pod?
So I listened to your if you want me to be completely honest, I listened to your clips on Instagram, like
Yeah,
of your videos and stuff like that.
Yeah, see, and that's what I
the
tell
beer
him. I'm
commercial.
just like, hey, the beer commercial. Yeah, I told him like if you want to kind of like branch out, you got to do it on Instagram. Got to go on TikTok,
Yeah,
and and that's the thing. It's like I told you, it's like I'm loading this stuff on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. YouTube lowest.
yeah,
TikTok probably the best,
yeah,
and then Instagram is pretty in the middle. And I was talking to you before that, before Scott came on, and when I was asking you about like content creation prior to your Slab Mania account.
yeah.
Were you doing anything prior?
So yeah, so back during COVID, my like all of Ohio and pretty much like the US got shut down for like a couple weeks. So I was like laid off work, like everybody was
Oh
pretty
yeah.
much laid off work. So at first I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like I don't gotta go to work and like I'm getting paid like from unemployment from being able to be laid off and still get money or whatever. And like the third day in, I'm like, okay, now I'm really freaking bored. Like I kind of need to go back to work. So then I'm thinking like, okay, I'm just gonna download TikTok and see what the whole fuss is about. Like, I never downloaded it before. I thought it was so stupid. I was like, there's people literally just freaking dancing and making
It was
millions, and
all
now they never
dancing
have to work
before.
a day in their life.
Yeah.
And mostly I thought like that because like I was really jealous of them. I was like, oh, okay. So then I downloaded it and I got into like holes at like 3 a.m. that I'm up to for like hours just watching videos. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. So a couple days later, my boredom really started to set in, and I was really into like graphic design, and got like certified through like schooling and Adobe and stuff like that. And one day I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna post like a little video about like my graphic design stuff, and I'll just see what happens. So I posted that video, got maybe like 3 views, and then I was like, okay, I quit. Like this isn't working.
Yeah.
Like so then like one day I was like, you know, I'm just these I swear to God, these freaking AirPods, how are you getting yours to stay in your ears? I'm having such hard
My
trouble.
my
Like,
tips,
what the
they
heck is
size
going
them
on with
up.
these? These are like the normal ones. I always like the tips on them. Um, anyways, this whole podcast is gonna be literally me just
Don't
fitting
worry,
these in my ear.
I'll make a reel
Like
of it. It's gonna be a reel of the
just
AirPods
Just
just
drops.
falling.
falling.
And then it'll ding off a little counter in the
Exactly.
corner that
Oh
says
my
one,
The reel's
God.
gonna be
2,
called "Why You Don't Buy
ding.
AirPods."
For real. Like this is the reason right here. But yeah, so I just started the one day, I don't know what made me do it, but I just started consistently posting stuff about graphic design, and the videos started to get like a little more traction. Maybe like one video got 50, another got like maybe 300 views here or there. And I started gaining some followers. But then I was thinking, I was like, what are people doing that are getting these hundreds of thousands of
Oh
views and
yeah.
followers? And like half the time it was like such stupid stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
during the time when I got onto TikTok, like the organizing videos were huge, where it was people literally just organizing their fridge for like ASMR. And I was like, you mean to tell me somebody cleaning out their fridge is getting millions of views and now they're getting sponsored by like things? So
Frigidaire.
yeah, so the one day, like just to be funny, I was like, I'm gonna do a duet of this video of this person cleaning out their fridge and just like not bashing them, but being like, what is wrong with you? Like, is this how you spend your time? Like, what are you doing?
Uh-huh.
And so I just posted a duet video of me literally sitting in my closet and just like saying like stupid stuff, like just basically commentating on the video. So that video to this day has like 22 million views that I
Holy
posted.
smokes!
Yeah. So I don't know what it was. I think that I somehow magically hit the algorithm at the perfect time. And that video is what exploded like my first original. Like I do have my other TikTok channel, which is just my name, Haley Kovac.
Uh-huh.
And I have like over 1 million followers on there, but I don't really post content anymore on there.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much that video, like overnight, I was gaining hundreds of thousands of followers and viewers.
What
And
if
I was like still like shocked. I was like, this is just so stupid. Like, how is this even a thing? Like me just sitting and talking about somebody cleaning out their fridge.
Yeah.
So then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this wave. So every day consistently, like 3, 4 times a day, I was just posting duet videos of doing
Just
reactions to
bashing.
people like
Yeah.
organizing, and like my channel just took off. I just rode the wave. I was getting into the algorithms. I was interacting with like the viewers. And I just kind of like over like the past 4 years, I just learned a lot from my main channel of like how to create content, like what works, what doesn't work, what
Mm-hmm.
hashtags work. But then I also kind of screwed myself because I got stuck in a niche on that channel where anything that I would post outside of a duet video would just tank. It would not do well. I would
Yeah.
lose followers. TikTok would not push my video out. And then I would get so caught up in my head about like
what am I gonna do? Like,
exactly, like,
yeah,
why am I not getting followers? Like, why is nobody viewing this? And then I'm like, okay, you need to chill. Like, you're not entitled to any followers. You're
yeah,
not entitled to any views. Like, why are you getting upset about a video of you sitting in your closet not getting a million views? And I'm like, what is wrong with you? And then, so I just got like, over the past couple of years, I just got so bored with it.
yeah.
And then I would try like vlogging or doing like daily vlogs or just like posting random like stupid stuff. And sometimes they would hit, sometimes they wouldn't. And I just kind of got stuck on that channel in that niche of duetting that it's just kind of stagnant now. And I got to the point where I thought like, okay, there's really nothing I can do with this channel any further. Um, and I tried one time posting a sports card content on it and it tanked, didn't do well at all.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let that channel go. Like, I'll still actively go on it just to keep it alive. But I was like, I'm just going to go full throttle in my passion, sports card hobby. Like, it's something I love. It's something I've done for the past 20 years. And I'm just going to start focusing on that content. And so far, I mean, I've been gaining, some like, I think I'm at like a little over 2,000 now on TikTok for the followers. And the views seem to be doing good for right now. And I've just been having
Nice.
a lot of fun doing that. Yeah.
What's
That's
our
pretty sweet.
TikTok doing? I don't know.
The TikTok.
I don't do any of that part. I'm just here.
No, I need to take
I'm always
Haley's
I'm always
class
like,
of
Yeah. Literally, like your best friend that I've learned on TikTok is there's so much organic reach on there. So your best friend on TikTok is to be very, very consistent when posting.
yeah.
So I started off like on my main channel. I started off by doing once a day and that was doing pretty good. But then I would post 4 times a day. I would do like the 4 hour rule where I
I've
would post
heard of
like,
that. Yeah.
yeah, I would post like one video, for example, like at 9 a.m. and then I would post one at 12. And then it would just be like 4 hours in between each of those. So I would just post like 4 times a day. And that's what really took my main channel off, was just being very, very consistent. And I've seen that for a lot of other creators too, that consistency. And I used to never believe that. And then until like it happened and I was like, consistency absolutely 100% works.
And then, so did you do that with your current TikTok for your Slab
Yeah.
Mania? Yeah.
Yeah. So far, and I do have like my main Instagram page, like just my Haley Kovac page too.
Yeah.
But I never really posted content on that one because that one was more of just like posting photos or like for my friends and family or whatever. So I didn't really know much about posting on Instagram or like the algorithms as I did TikTok. But I started my Slab Mania Instagram and I said to myself, I was like, I'm just gonna take what I learned from TikTok. I'm gonna post every day on there, just
Yeah.
like TikTok. And yeah, I mean it's doing well for right now. So yeah, definitely consistency is the number one key in content creation.
Oh, for sure. And that's what I was trying to say about his mic. I don't get enough
yeah, I just
time.
don't make anything.
That is
That's
very
all
true.
I
It
need.
is,
That's
no,
all.
it's
What I
time
need to do
consuming.
is every single pack that I open, I just record it.
And that's what I
Yeah.
And we'll
told
just
you. And that's what I was
Yeah.
telling you. I
Well,
was
that's
you,
like,
all.
yeah,
yeah,
everything's
like
content.
I
exactly.
don't edit anything. I just
Hey,
open up the thing.
exactly. Yeah.
I get a lot of views.
Yeah.
That's
Like
what I
it's
need to
even
do.
nice, like if you record like one piece of content, like say you're just recording a video for YouTube, you could use that whole video and just clip it and put it on your
Exactly.
TikTok or Instagram.
Yeah.
And like there you go, you have all your posts for all your social medias for one day.
Yeah, and that's crazy now that AI, they could go in
Yeah.
and then they'll like snip everything and they're like, this one is going to be
Yes.
more viral than this one because of this.
Correct.
I'm like, holy
Yeah.
smokes.
Right.
So, no, I mean, crazy. Well, it's good to know about the whole consistency thing. And I
Yeah.
know because
Make
my
it
wife,
your job,
oh my
basically.
gosh, like,
There we go.
and that's the thing. It's like I was doing a lot of like the content creation stuff on like Instagram and stuff like that, and I was getting pretty good
Okay.
following. And then we started working on the podcast, so I stopped posting on
Yeah.
my socials, and it's like it just tanked. Like,
Yeah. See, it's
then
because like you're out of the algorithm. Like
yeah,
sometimes like when you don't post, like, or if like, so like if you post one video and if TikTok, for example, thinks it's going to do good, it'll push it out to like 10 people.
yeah,
And then if those 10 people interact with it, TikTok's going to push that out to 10 more people.
Yeah.
But if they see that you're being consistent, they're going to keep pushing your video out. But as soon as you stop posting, they're going to be like, oh, they're not posting. Like, we're going to forget about them. It's just crazy how the whole algorithm works like that.
I know. I need a batch create like hardcore like on a weekend or something like that, and just have like videos lined up.
Exactly. Yeah.
But, yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know. And that's the thing I feel like with the card community. It's like people, they don't really like, there's like people that just like show their rips and stuff like that. Sometimes it's like, oh, here, like, oh, I bought this and blah, blah, blah. But yours is cool. I like it. It's like very clean. You edit it and all that stuff.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And that's what I like, right? It's like when people actually take time rather than they just record and they just put a black bar that says like ripping.
Well, I don't want to watch someone like screen capping their rip.
Right. Yeah.
No. So
like,
I mean,
from a break most of the time,
cool. But
there's nothing to it.
Like, but some of those people have like thousands of followers. I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Exactly.
But it's all about consistency.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
I think doing things like reaching out to the community, like reaching out to you and kind of speaking with you about your experience in the hobby and all of this stuff
absolutely.
is pretty. It's great for, I guess, the community in general. Just the hobby.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm telling you, Scott, we'll just be consistent. And
you guys
our pod is.
You guys are gonna get there. You're gonna get there.
We do it every week.
Yeah.
And like, we just want it to exist, basically.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, and that's.
And then when you look back, it's like, okay, well, episode 1 is recorded, and it's not great.
Recorded in the basement.
The mic and this and that. But then as they go, it's good. AJ does a good job editing all these things. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I'll just show up.
Just
bring a card a week, pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're the ripper.
I
always
set these targets. I go and get these cards.
See, at least you put a team going, though. Yeah.
If you go and listen to like the last, let's say 4 weeks from this one, you'll be like, what? He said he wanted that card. Boom. I went and got it. It's not like I'm going out like, oh, I just throw money at it. Just throw money at it. I'm moving cards into other cards week to week. So like, what was the first one? LeBron, Topps Chrome. Boom. It took a week.
Yeah.
Found it. Locally got it.
Oh, nice.
It was weird. And then I was like, okay. Then that Wemby happened. And I was like, okay, it's Jordan time.
Yeah.
Jordan got it. All in Canada. Figured it out.
Yeah.
Don't know how or why, because these things aren't like everywhere. Like, sure, I can go online and be like, yeah, it's right here and here and here.
Exactly.
Certain things, different price ranges, all this stuff, you're just hunting. And I just like found it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow.
LeBron Topps Chrome was just, I went somewhere unconventional and like searched it, and there was one in the city like 3 hours away.
Oh, nice.
What?
Yeah.
How is this here?
Right. And that's worth the 3 hour
And then it was below comps.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, oh my goodness, the timing is right. We got a show on Saturday, sold the whole table.
Oh, heck yeah.
So then I could just
buy the card. Yeah,
got the
it's
card.
totally worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
But then it's like, okay, my collection fits in here. This is like what I would call my collection.
That's why I legit thought that was your collection every time I saw you, because he would just bring around that bag and I'm like, that's all you have? I'm like, that's pretty cool.
But it used to be slabbed up.
Yeah.
10s only, all silvers or optic hollow, like prospecting quarterbacks like an idiot. My only prospect is Jordan Love this year. And this is all I have.
What do you think about Jordan Love, though? Because I've seen so many people buying into him, but then I'm thinking, like, Aaron Rodgers is probably going to come back. So, like, I don't know. Do you think that's going to affect the value or anything? Or, like...
No, because Rodgers in the Jets. He's
gone.
Gone.
Wait, hold on. That was the dumbest thing I think I've ever said in my life. Duh. Oh, my gosh. I forgot.
No, you just think that the Packers are going to suck. That's all you say.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I meant the Browns are going to go to the Super Bowl. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Well, I think about the Browns all the time. So I have like a huge Browns PC.
Okay.
I'll have like very little left of it, and that's not in this bag. It's somewhere else. So I never have to look at it. Like I have a Denzel Ward honeycomb. I remember it. And like, okay, well, Deshaun Watson, I did not like that. But then you have to accept it, I guess.
Right, right,
You ride with the lows and the highs, whatever.
right.
So I had his rookie, but I hate the Texan uniform, so I don't care to have it. So they're
Yeah.
gone.
Right. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I have a Deshaun Watson Prism Red, so like the short print retail
Oh,
red
okay. Yeah.
somewhere. And then
So
Miles Garrett stuff because I like Miles Garrett.
are you a big
But
Browns
I
fan or just
yes,
okay?
that's my team,
Okay,
which is
perfect.
odd too, right?
Do you
Actually,
PC
I would say
Browns?
Edmonton, where we live, is
Seahawks.
probably comparable-ish to like Cleveland for
Oh,
like
climate.
Cleveland sucks. They're like Edmonton sucks. It's like okay, well,
Okay. Yeah.
your sports team is like super iconic, and then they were shit forever.
Oh yeah.
Same
Yeah.
here, and then they got good,
Yeah.
but the history is so
Is
deep.
there?
It's the
Exactly.
same. Like the
Yeah.
Oilers are like, holy smokes, all these cups, this is great. Then they've been bad for a long time. Now they're good again. Well,
Yeah.
same here. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll
Listen,
ride
this
this
is the
wave.
Browns' year.
Yeah.
Is the Browns
They
here?
say that. They say that every year, and every year it's just broken promises.
Oh,
Like I like that. I'm far enough away that we don't hear this noise constantly where I'm like, oh my goodness, yeah,
Yeah.
it's super inflated. But then that year that Miles Garrett went and just got super, super jacked,
Right.
and
Oh
it's like,
my
okay,
gosh.
this is gonna make him not as fast. Like he was
Right.
explosive, but he wasn't the same. So they're like
Yeah.
just pushing that he's so good.
He's
And now
just.
Nick Chubb
He's insane.
situation, all
Oh
these
my God,
things.
the whole Nick Chubb thing, because Nick Chubb's
Oh
one of
man.
my PCs, and I mean I'll always collect him whether he's in the NFL or not. But oh my God, that injury! When we were watching it on TV, they couldn't broadcast it.
Yeah.
They like cut the thing, and I was like, then obviously I'm going on Twitter
Oh,
to
of
find it,
course. Yeah.
and I was like,
I can't
oh my
remember
God.
because I would have been watching it on like Red Zone or something like that.
It was probably it was like a Monday night game. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
No.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was Monday night football.
yeah, it was like one of our first games. Yeah,
Yeah, it was early. And I was like, yeah, I just expect the Browns to be bad.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
worry about it when as
Exactly.
something devastating happens. And I'm like, that's what's
Exactly.
supposed to
What do
That's
you
the
happen.
Browns.
We already
Yeah.
had our own 16 season, so like, what do
Yeah.
you expect? Like, can only go up from there.
I didn't like the way the playoffs went, but I also
Same,
didn't
same.
have very high hopes in this Flacco stuff. But
Yeah, I mean, he got us to the playoffs, and I mean, that's all you can ask for the Browns.
people kept talking
Just
about
make it.
how he was so good. I'm like, he's just out throwing his mistakes, and it's working out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but then
But-
you come against D'Amico Ryans and the Texans, and yeah, it's a tough out. But
Were we? No, we weren't watching that game.
no, we were podcasting. That was our first
It was
podcast.
on
I was on. It was
during
on
that game.
It was during that game. I
I thought
remember. Because I'm like going up to get
No.
some water, and I'm like,
It was Baltimore.
was it? It
we
was
were
Baltimore.
recording.
Okay, yeah, okay. It was the same weekend though. Somewhere around there. Okay,
I don't know.
one question: were you in the path of totality during the?
Yes.
Did you see it?
Yeah, it was really cool. So where I live, like in Medina, Ohio, for example, but I'm about like 30 minutes outside of Cleveland. So where where I was, I think they said we were like, I don't know if it was like 98% in totality or like somewhere like around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got to see like everything start to finish. Like we saw, well, I'm sure like everybody got to see when the moon was going in front, but yeah, it was crazy that it went dark. Like the street lights went on and like
No
some of the
way.
birds stopped chirping for a second. I was like, something's about to happen. But I was like, where are the zombies? But yeah, it was really cool though, because I wish it would have lasted more than like a couple minutes, but the
Yeah.
fact that like everything went dark, I was like, this is insane. Like something you only see out of the movies.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I was
Did
wondering
you guys
because
get
we
I was
only
outside that entire day. I didn't see anything. It's like, wait, there's an
Yeah.
eclipse today. What
Yeah,
time?
it was
Like,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
5.
You know
I didn't
what?
see the
We
sun go
are
anywhere.
gonna be in the path of totality in 2042.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just a mere
Put that
20
on my
years from
calendar
now
right
or
now.
something. Yeah, I'm
Right.
gonna.
It's on a biggie. You just gotta wait 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy though. I'm glad I got to experience that. But yeah, that was just crazy that literally the moon just blocked all the sun and it went dark.
Yeah.
And like if I didn't know there was an eclipse, I would have thought some shit was going down. I would have been like, what
what the
is
fuck?
about to happen right now?
Oh man. Okay, you know what? We're close to an hour, and we usually make our episodes about an hour. First off, I want to appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on, being our first guest. It was fun picking your brains about cards, about social media, and all that good stuff. I'm sure I'll be reaching out to you
Absolutely.
regarding
Yep.
more information.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on. I absolutely loved it. It means
Yeah,
the world to me. So thank you.
for sure. Okay, and then I guess last couple two questions. What is
Yeah.
your favorite card in your collection, and who's going to win
Favorite
the Super
card.
Bowl this year?
Favorite card. So I've been getting a lot of not like actual hate, but just like joking around hate. I collect a lot of Aiden Hutchinson, even though he went to Michigan and I'm Ohio State,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
for the Buckeyes. But I think my favorite card actually I brought it with me. As if like I didn't just go over there and get it.
yeah, yeah.
I recently got this. It is the flawless patch
Oh
of
yes,
him that I
yes.
got.
I saw that.
So I think that's definitely probably out of all the cards I have, probably one of my favorite.
Uh,
Yeah, it's just I love that patch. It's so sick. But and to answer your second question, Browns are going to the Super Bowl.
oh, forgot.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait,
Take it
that was your
off.
second question, right?
That was my second
Yeah.
question.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
That was my
Browns
second question.
absolutely.
Okay, okay.
And if not them, I hope it's the Lions because I think last year, did you watch any of the Lions games last year?
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was really rooting for them to make it all the way because, you know, the Browns are the Browns, but
The Lions are
yeah,
like
they're
the
fun to
Browns
watch.
5 too. Like you,
Yeah.
man, lovable loser. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, so if it's not the Browns, then I hope it's either like the Lions or the Dolphins or something.
I don't
Cool,
know where I
cool.
saw it, but have you seen the projection that the Lions are going to be like 5-12 next year?
I mean, I
They're
can see
gonna
that to be completely
digress.
honest. Yeah, I can see that. There were just so many changes that happened in the NFL in this offseason. Like, it's going to be crazy this season.
Oh,
You killed like so much of the hobby. If you cared about values,
Yeah, yeah,
it murdered so
yeah. There's,
much for
yeah,
everybody. And that's why another reason I was like, nope, didn't bother me
right. Because
because
you got your collection.
I left it all.
Right.
Like I like football, and it's probably the least amount of stuff in my case now,
yeah.
Okay.
which is weird. Like basketball somehow is more,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
and
didn't really
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
And I didn't care about basketball at all.
Yeah.
I don't really watch it. It's like saw LeBron. Okay, I better go buy it. But I wanted a LeBron card before that.
Yeah.
But then like seeing him, I was like, oh, I should have bought that card yesterday.
Right. Right.
Ridiculous. Who do you think's winning then, AJ? Since you're asking this Super Bowl question.
Oh man, I'm all in on the Texans, man.
You think so?
True. They're
Bro.
very, very strong potential. CJ, he's insane. And I'm not
The
saying that
amount
just
of
because he's the
Stroud you
Buckeye,
have,
but
I have a lot of
you
Stroud, but
have to.
I don't know, maybe it's because my name's AJ and then his name's CJ, you know, maybe it's
Oh
that
yeah,
correlation.
those
well, exactly.
alphabet
Yeah.
J's.
Nice
Yeah.
to
Alphabet
have
J
that little
gang.
correlation.
Yeah.
Again, I would love to say the Chargers, but there's so much change going on over there. I don't
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Because they got a new head coach or a new
Yeah.
owner or something.
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They got Harbaugh
Oh,
over
yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah.
right.
And
That's
then they
right.
got rid
Yeah.
of Keenan Allen, they got rid of Eckler, they got rid
Yeah.
of Mike Williams, and I'm
They
all like,
cleaned house.
it's
Yeah.
basically
They exactly.
the Bills of the AFC West.
Yeah. It's just going to be crazy this season. Yeah.
49ers.
You're saying 49ers?
I think
Okay.
so.
Okay.
Okay.
Terrible.
That's how
I
my
got
Interesting.
rid of all
Well,
my
Brock
Brock Purdy, and today I said to you, like, should I trade that Hurts and try to get that Brock back?
yeah, your PSA 10. What was it?
I
Silver
just
Select?
no, the optic hollow.
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
just don't know why. I think that they didn't change anything. They'll just run it back.
That's
There
true.
ain't a
Yeah.
learning curve.
Yeah.
Just if Casey's gonna do it again or not.
I don't know. They picked up Hollywood Brown.
So they have
And
more skill.
they have more skills.
Great.
So they got Rashi.
Did
Well,
they
I mean,
lose two guys for traffic violations or just one?
you talk about Rashi Rice?
Well, I know that one. Didn't Hardman do something?
Yeah,
Some got
wasn't
arrested.
Hardman might have done something.
or did Rice ever did he get
His-
arrested for that or like
his
suspended?
attorney-
He
He's
turned
involved,
himself
so-
in, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
So
It's
there
like-
goes the values of those cars.
yeah, good thing how to get any
Rashi Rice had pretty good hobby value. And
I know.
like receivers don't usually hold up.
Right. Yeah.
The pass rush, has like no value, so it's nice to buy it if you like it.
Right.
Because you can get like sick cards for significantly less money.
Exactly. Because they're not like quarterback, like what everybody wants to go after.
I need a
Yeah.
quarterback. I need this. And like, okay, so I will only buy a quarterback
Yeah.
because I'm like, okay, well, I can flip that card or
Exactly.
whatever I'm trying to do. And then, like, for me at a show, lots of times now people want to trade something plus cash or something, but they always want to give you stuff you don't really. Well, you might want
Like
it,
what? Yeah.
but
yeah.
like my problem is I'm like, I know better than to take this card.
Right.
And like I'm like, sometimes if it's a kid or something, I'm like, okay, whatever, just give me that
Yeah.
thing.
Take
Yeah.
And it'll go straight to auction because then I just have to get it out of here. Don't look at
Right.
it anymore. It's not my favorite card. So you just can't do anything
oh my
with it.
gosh. All right.
It's like not that negative. Just something
Aw.
that happens. But we didn't we find out like one of the most effective things to do was being controversial?
Yeah.
When I just called out that grading company.
Yeah. People love that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
did.
do.
But like you only have PSA slabs, I've noticed. So you
Yeah.
already
So I have
know.
I have a crap ton of ungraded cards, and I want to make a video about it one day, but it's like cards that either I'm waiting to send a PSA or like I just don't care about sending the PSA.
Uh-huh.
But then I'm like getting in my head like, okay, the value's only in PSA slabs or like any slab cards. But then I'm like, well, you could still get like really good cards that aren't slabbed and still do something with those. But
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely got caught up in definitely getting like graded cards and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If
Well, I was
PSA
gonna
10
ask-
always sells, it doesn't matter. You can PSA 10 anything and it will move.
Right. Right.
But like then you better hope that it's moving for more than you paid to grade it.
Exactly.
But it will go.
Yeah.
That's
And I was
the
gonna
thing.
ask one more thing. What kind of content are you planning on doing on your new YouTube channel?
So that's actually funny you asked me that because right before this, I was kind of planning out some content and I was thinking like I really want to do more not like so much like day in the life of like sports card collecting because
Yeah.
I mean I don't like collect every single day or like buy and sell and trade, but I would love to eventually do that route. Like I definitely want to do some vlogs when the nationals come.
Yeah.
And there's a guy that I've been talking to on Instagram that I found out has a card shop like 10, 15 minutes away from me. And he's like, hey, you got to come in like one day and maybe we could record something. Or I asked him if, we could record content or something. And I was like, maybe I'll use that for YouTube. And I think I want to do more like long form content that's kind of more like I don't know, just kind of like getting out there, getting out in the sports card world and meeting people and just kind of like day in the life of sports card collecting, I think.
That's what I should do.
Yeah.
I thought they were
That's
in
you.
bed. Thought they were in bed.
I'm sorry. My girls are here. They wanted to say hi.
Hi.
She's saying hi.
Oh,
You're both there.
hi.
They're both there.
Yeah.
Okay, let me finish this up,
So
and then we're
cute.
gonna time to go to bed. Oh, you want to sit on my lap? Okay.
Aw.
You're gonna have to rip something.
Okay. Here, let's turn the music off because we're recording something. Oh my gosh, girls.
Do you know if the shop that you go like does he do any subs there?
I honestly don't know.
Because
I'm not
that's
sure.
always the easiest way to do your subs. Just
Yeah.
take it to the shop, fill out your form. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him if he does do that.
Because like
Oh, no.
when I was in LA, at LA Sports Cards or at Burbank. Like obviously they do the subs, but like
Yeah.
LA's like, yeah, we just take your cards and they drive it over to PSA 40. It's like $15 a card. I'm like,
Oh,
oh,
that's
it's
not bad.
$30
Yeah.
a card for us up here.
Yeah. Right.
And like you probably have to ship too. So
Yeah, I think ours is like nine, or I think what is PSA right now? Like 19 a card, but like that's
yeah,
not including like all the shipping and everything. But yeah, that's a good idea though. I need to ask him if he does do that
it's the best way to just save the headache.
to just
Like
do
you want
group
to
subs.
send it
Yeah.
yourself and fill it out, like yeah, all the power to you. But
Right.
I
Yeah, I'm
like
not
going
about
to the
that way.
store and I'm like, okay, I have this card today. Here you go.
Yeah.
And then I'll come back like 3 days later. Okay, I have this one now.
Right.
And then I'll
Yeah.
get them all back at one time because they like collect and
Oh,
away you
awesome.
go. But
Yeah.
I've done some like, oh, there's some Canadian companies around. They just get no love. Like you would never buy a Canadian grater. You're
Oh,
like, what
okay.
is that? What
Yeah.
am I supposed to do with that thing? Yeah. Some of them went down south trying to break into the market, but
Okay.
it's impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like even your stuff, you don't even bother looking at like a different company's slab.
So I've picked up some I picked up some like BGS, but I or do you mean like buying like specifically just PSA?
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
you,
I
I
mean,
notice you're always unwrapping these PSA 10s, but it's not
yeah,
like check out my SGC 95.
yeah, I definitely I think I kind of just like PSA better. I don't know what it is. Like I don't know if it's more like the popularity thing or like me in my head thinking like PSA would sell better than like BGS or the other ones, but
Your
yeah, I don't
BGS
know.
is where
Like
it's at. Low key.
you said
They,
BGS?
yeah,
Yeah.
pops are always lower. The BGS 10 is harder to hit. The BGS 10 black
Oh, the
will
Black Label,
like
yeah.
quadruple your value on
Yeah, which
the
is
card,
insane. Yeah.
but PSA just has the market. It's the toughest.
Exactly, yeah. I get
Uh,
caught up
up
in like thinking that,
up
yeah.
here though, like with all this other stuff, like PSA still rules everything. But like
Okay.
he's watched me and I'm like, I'm going full circle because I'm starting to be like SGC. I should just do more SGC.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
beginning,
It's
he
so
was telling
cheap.
me, you're telling me everything about PSA. Why'd you grade SGC? Why'd you grade SGC? And then I'm like,
Yeah.
well, it was $15. I
Speed.
just set it
Right.
But
up.
but
Right.
there it's just certain cards can't, but some can. That's all. There's a
Yeah.
balance. You need to
But now
like
I
You know what?
if you think it's gonna black label, BGS
You're
it.
talking to Slab
If you
Mania here. She knows what she's talking about.
yeah, Slab Mania. And then PSA 10 lock, always just safe bet.
It is.
But then I'm
true.
like, you know
Yeah.
what? I want, like, this is not a 10, but I bet you a SGC 95, this probably does better anyway. So maybe it's worth doing that.
Yeah.
So it's just weird.
The crazy thing
Or
is though, oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just was looking, I brought it up to him like 3 days ago. I'm like, yo, Lewis Hamilton, Topps
Oh
Chrome
yeah.
2020, PSA 10. The ask on these things is like $500. SGC 10, same card, $100.
Which is crazy. Yeah.
And then I just watched one at auction and it's not on my list, so that's awesome. I will never know the history now. I had it there because I was gonna bid on it. That
Yeah.
was like 4 hours ago, so I'm really doing a good job to myself there.
See, I noticed with like PSA though, like some of the cards I got, like I don't know if PSA is getting, I don't want to say like lazy with their grading, but there's cards that I picked up that got a PSA 10, but it is so clear that the centering is off. And
No,
I'm
they
like,
don't care about
how?
centering.
Yeah, and I'm like, how did this get a 10 with like it'll either be like really heavy on the left or the right. And I was
There's
like,
like 30-70 or 60-40. They'll 10 it. It's in the window.
that's crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah. 'Cause I definitely would
That's
have thought they
why
would have been more strict with that.
when people, let's say you're experienced at a show, if someone comes and tries to jam you, be like, well, it's off center. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
who cares? The surface is 100% perfect. This will PSA 10. And they're like, no, there's no way. I'm like, okay, go ahead. Whatever.
Like
Then just buy
watch.
someone
Yeah.
else's card then. But
Yeah.
people
That's
will
crazy.
always come up
Yeah.
and say, well, the centering's off. Like, centering's like, your eye catch, but all the detail in the grading, it's PSA doesn't care. The other
Yeah.
companies care more, but they don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
can
kind
get
of like
away
what I
with a
like
little
with
bit of
BGS, how they have like on their
Oh.
label centering and then
Yeah,
the grade for it, which is I do like that about them.
do I have that? Oh, I do have that. I love the subgrades because I'm like, I submitted a card I traded him,
Yeah.
which I don't think would 10 with PSA, to BGS because I want strong subs. If it
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
10s on the subs, then people will always be like, oh, it's going to cross. This is going to cross to PSA
Right.
10. I'm
Right.
like, okay, go for it. That's your
Yeah,
risk,
like
man.
give me your
Like,
money.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is an 8.5 with
Yeah.
like a 10 subgrade. What a weird thing to think of,
Yeah.
but it definitely is why I did it. Like, I'm
Right,
going for
right.
these subs. Hope for the
Yeah.
best.
Cool. All right. Well, you know what? Let's call it. I want to thank you again, Haley, for joining us. It was great talking to you. Like I said, everyone who's listening at the end of this thing, make sure you follow Haley on Slab Mania. Check her YouTube out. Check her Instagram out. You're on TikTok as well.
Yep.
All the
All the
all the
same name.
socials, everything Slab Mania.
Yeah, I think
Perfect.
it's yeah, on TikTok and Instagram, I think it's just slab_mania.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, thank you guys so much again for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
definitely had a good time talking sports with you guys.
Oh, for sure. All right, everyone. Thanks again. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week. Peace.